Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bill intervenes while Katie is crying over her rejected pitch. According to the bold and the beautiful recap, Bill Spencer intervened to console Katie Logan and remind her of her place in the world when she was crying over her rejected pitch. At the Cliff home, Dylan grieved over never even getting a speeding ticket and assured John Finnegan, as well as Steffi Forrester Finnegan, that she didn't kill Luna Nozawa on purpose. Will Spencer and Electra Forrester stepped up in defense of Dylan, who remained sincerely remorseful and upset. B&B made it look like Finn was angry at first, but it was only a fake-out as he ultimately told Dylan that he believed her, and so did Steffi. Finn knew how much Hayes Finnegan adored Dylan, so he played up what a lovely person she was. After Finn drew Dylan into a hug, the forgiveness fest wound up and everyone went on their way. Steffi and Finn spent some lovey-dovey moments on the sofa as Will and Electra tried to put Luna behind them back at the beach home. Once Bill talked up Katie to Liam Spencer at Spencer Publications, he stressed that he wanted both Katie and Will to join the family firm. At Forrester Creations, Katie startled Brooke Logan Forrester and Rich Forrester with her presence. After Katie pointed out that she still worked there, she made a proposal and realized the outside PR team already had that idea covered. Since things were going well with the new PR firm, Rich didn't want to make changes right now and decided to continue with them. Katie was furious over being pushed aside and grumbled since Brooke wasn't providing her the support she felt she needed. Katie obviously felt it was more personal and ended up crying to Bill afterward, despite Ridge's insistence that it was simply business. Bill thought the Forresters were morons for not understanding Katie's worth, so he once again pushed her to give the company the boot and come back to Spencer Publications. The bold and the beautiful spoilers claim Katie might send shockwaves at Forrester if she accepts Bill's offer and delivers that momentous news. So stay tuned for updates on what's next for her. Dylan explains Katie's win. Bill vs. Ridge. The bold and the beautiful recap is in 4. In today's episode, Dylan explains her wrongdoing. Katie Logan aids Spencer Publications with a significant win. Plus, Bill Spencer confronts Rich Forrester. The art teacher informs John Finnegan and Steffi Forrester Finnegan it was an accident. Dylan says she's never taken a life before. Even if Luna Nozawa tied her up and threw her in a closet, she would never purposely harm somebody. The girl begs Shin to forgive her. Electra Forrester chimes in that Dylan is a good person. Finn reveals that Luna had several chances to change, and squandered every single one of them. The doctor thinks Hayes Forrester Finnegan adores her. Dylan is believed by Finn and Steffi. The art teacher hugs Finn. The doctor notes that she has a whole life ahead of her. Electra and Will Spencer agree with Finn. Everyone will support Dylan. Ridge and Brooke Logan Forrester at Forrester Creations are infatuated with one another. Katie walks in as they kiss. Katie is glad to be back at her job. Ridge admits that Bill is stepping up and being a decent parent to Will. The brunette has ideas to pitch. Ridge says Steffi isn't in the office, so she can sell them to himself and Brooke. Katie does just that. The topic of her pitch is how to deal with Luna's predicament. Ridge said the outside PR firm is handling Luna. The PR business is already implementing some of Ridge's suggestions. She continues. Katie wishes to resume her position as head of public relations. Ridge doesn't think anything has to change right now. The PR firm is doing what they promised to do. Brooke isn't saying anything. Ridge apologizes, they are just doing what's best for Forrester Creations. Liam Spencer and Bill discuss Katie at Spencer Publications. Bill is extremely thrilled that Katie uncovered a wedge in a contract they are trying to get. Katie found it with the owner's daughter. Bill argues that Katie needs to be where she's respected. Bill abruptly departs to visit Forrester Creations. Brooke worried about Katie's feelings. Ridge argues that it was the best course of action for the company. Katie is trying to work in another office when Bill enters. Bill can tell something isn't right. Katie tells about Ridge and Brooke's decision. The brunette assumed she would gain support from her sister, but that didn't happen. Brooke learns alarming secret. Bill rips into Ridge. Brooke worried about Katie's feelings. Ridge argues that it was the best course of action for the company. Katie is trying to work in another office when Bill enters. Bill can tell something isn't right. Katie tells about Ridge and Brooke's decision. The brunette assumed she would gain support from her sister, but that didn't happen. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan will discover a frightening secret, while Ridge Forrester and Bill Spencer engage in a furious altercation. Now that Bill's seen Katie Logan so agitated at Forrester Creations, he'll want to give Ridge a piece of his mind. Since Katie feels snubbed over this whole outside par team situation, Bill will rip into Ridge and fling plenty of insults around. Ridge will jump to his own defense and probably protect Brooke too. No one wants Katie to feel wounded or mistreated, but Ridge doesn't see the need to change anything while things are going well with this outside PR agency. Naturally, Bill will argue that something needs to change and will probably say that Katie should be at Spencer Publications. Katie's newest disappointment has proven that to Bill, and will give him gasoline for the battle that's brewing with Ridge. Donna Logan will have something to say, but Brooke will focus on another sister in the meanwhile. Rumors suggest Donna will utilize Brooke as a confidant and deliver updates on some distressing news surrounding Eric Forrester. Donna will catch Brooke off guard when she comes clean about some medical difficulties that Eric is struggling with. It looks like Eric has experienced some sort of recurrence based on his current lab results, thus Donna may fear for his life and open up to Brooke about that. For Donna, who already had to deal with Eric's prior near-miss, this will bring up some painful memories. Before John Finnegan developed a medicine that saved Eric's life, the experts believed that his illness was deadly. Although Eric made a miraculous comeback, his health is slipping again and may leave Donna scared they're going to lose him. Although Brooke will make every effort to reassure, she will have her own worries throughout the episode. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Eric's medical ordeal will become an even bigger deal as this narrative rolls along, so stay tuned. Bill urges Katie to give the Forresters the boot and work at Spencer, and no one blames Dylan killing Luna. Bill gave Katie more self-assurance, and Dylan told Steffi and Finn that she had run Luna down. At the Cliff home, Dylan tells Finn she's sorry. However, she murdered his daughter. Will and Elektra are certain that Finn is stunned. Dylan maintains that she would never harm someone, and that it was a terrible accident. Finn looks. Steffi fixes her gaze on Finn. Elektra says that Dylan is wonderful and would never take a life. Will asks if Finn and Steffi believe this. Finn acknowledges that he has mixed emotions. Although his daughter didn't change, he wishes she had. He knows Dylan is amazing and they adore her. She is respected and believed by Finn and Steffi. Hayes loves her. They understand she was in a car accident and nothing was deliberate. Steffi adds she was persuaded by a madman to let her into the classroom. She has nothing to be sorry about. They come around and promise Dylan all the assistance she needs. Elektra and will travel to the beach house after leaving Dylan off. He assures her Dylan is resilient and will get through this. They decide not to discuss Luna ever again. Dylan's strength is admired by Finn and Steffi back at the beach home, and they hope she understands they are on her side. He tells his wife he's better than fine, and is determined to get past the Luna horror show. He never realized he could love her like he does. She is a fierce female CEO. They share a kiss. At Spencer, Bill recounts to Liam how Katie managed to assist him close an acquisition. This simply serves to highlight how useless her skills are at Forrester. Liam knows she's damn good at a lot of things. When Will should have been focusing on being a father, Bill says she was an incredible mother. Bill maintains that although Liam has changed, he failed, notwithstanding Liam's justifications. Bill wishes that Katie wasn't stuck at Forrester. It would be more successful if she was at the helm. He truly wants Will and Katie to work with them at Spencer. Bill must exercise self-control when speaking with an employee on a business call. Liam is impressed he was so restrained. It's difficult, his father acknowledges. They discuss how he has evolved for Katie. She brings so goodness into his life and deserves more respect. Before his father abruptly rushes out to see Katie, Liam is babbling about business. When Ridge and Brooke get to the Forrester office, he begins complimenting her on her beauty. After all these years, she finds it hard to believe they are still together. She is confident that they will go on many more adventures together. They make out until Katie interferes. When they see her at work, they are taken aback. She reminds them she still works there and she's still been giving Will the support he needs. Ridge is impressed. Even the way Bill is taking the initiative has pleased him. Katie has some ideas she wants to pitch. She gives them her plan to deal with the bad press from Luna. Ridge explains the other company already implemented everything she proposed. Brooke thanks her effort and Ridge says the PR firm previously accomplished all of this. Katie isn't hearing any support. This is simply business, they tell her. Katie pouts as she heads to her office. Bill shows there, complaining about Charlie trying to halt his admission. She fills him in on the PR team that was brought in and how Brooke and Ridge aren't listening to her ideas. Bill is certain they are fools. He tells Katie she is a powerhouse and she's salvaged the company from one catastrophe after another. Bill orders her to come to Spencer and give Forrester the boot. She considers that. Now the family might need another miracle. According to spoilers for December 1st to 5th, Eric's health becomes a concern when Donna, Jennifer Garais, breaks some startling news. It's been 2 years since Eric's previous health crisis, and it could be too soon for another one. However, might the program be planning the Forrester patriarch's swan song? That's what fans on Reddit believe. Eric sick again? Does this mean John McCook wants to retire? Asked one viewer. I did notice him being absent from a lot of these episodes, commented one reviewer. One fan wants a happy ending for the Forrester patriarch, but hopes Eric survives. I hope they just write Eric off. Have him spend his final days at International. In this manner he can always be having fun somewhere, much like Sally Spectra Sr. It's hard to without Eric. Although he may not be featured as much these days, he's still an important character, always looking out for his family and his firm. This one begins with Eric and Ridge, Torsten K., fighting over Forrester Creations, much to his previous health plot. The company is Eric's pride and pleasure, and he still wants to be part of it. Yet Eric thinks it's time his dad hangs up the sketch pad and retires. Although Eric doesn't like to leave the company he loves, his most recent health problems might make him do so. Although it's yet uncertain what condition Eric has, it's going to cause loads of worrying and crying for his family. Eric is a tough guy who has survived numerous near-death experiences, but his latest ailment could be the end for him.